So today on the Yasami Show, we'll be talking about police officers being PIGs, being black in university and in the workplace,
Black history,
past and present,
and husbands being tight bitches.
Getting lifted. Fire truck.
Hi.
Moshi moshi,
안녕하세요.
konnichiwa,
Hello, sahlan.
ni hao.
Moshi. Oh, I see you said moshi moshi.
I said that one already. And that
Bonjour, bonjour.
Hola.
Shit.
Kapunga.
Ni hao, say ni hao.
I said ni hao, and I said konnichiwa, and I said moshi moshi.
Okay, I'll lose gracefully.
Annyeong hashimnika.
Look, that's just Korean, but this is different. Okay, this.
Pangawoyo.
No, that's not hello. That's just how you do
That's
it.
true. It means welcome. Willkommen. Welcome. It's German.
That's I know.
Um.
And you guys can clearly tell we're trying to learn new languages, and Yasmin has just beat me. To be honest, it's late.
No. I won fair and square.
All right, I'll give it
I'm
this
just
round.
better at languages than you are.
Bring it next year.
Imagine
next
if
week.
someone actually counts and you did more than me.
No, you actually did more.
Okay.
I'll lose. I'll take the L here.
Okay.
How you been, Yaz?
I've been good. How have you been?
I'm good. You ready for this podcast?
Yeah, we're ready. We're back. We're back. We've been getting woke. It's Black History Month.
It's UK Black History Month. Gang.
But it shouldn't be just a month.
It should be all year round.
Every day, all day.
Hashtag stay woke.
That's what's up. If you watched the movie Night School, you'd know why I said that. And if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's quite funny.
Yeah, it's really good. It was not really, actually, no, I'll take it back. It was a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's
rare to
decent.
get
It was
6 out of
funny.
10.
It was funny.
I mean, I would watch it again, but that's only because I have the unlimited card. So I would watch any movie again.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
I'm easy to please, though.
Yeah, you would, but there's some movies I want to watch again. But what did you think of the feedback from the last episode?
It was really positive.
Yeah.
I didn't even expect one person to listen to it. I'm so shocked. And there was some really nice things.
Yeah.
And people had loads of nice things to say. So thank you so much.
Yeah, shall I tell you what the haters said?
Yeah, go on. I'm a hater. I'm one of them. I'm in that bank right now.
I got a message and they said, you should make your podcast 15 to 20 minutes. It's too long.
It's the internet. You don't have to listen for that long.
I know, you can pause it. You can come back to it.
Yeah.
But 15 to... What is that? That's just like an update. Like, what can you say in 20 minutes? That's not a podcast.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and they were just like, oh, not everyone's got long attention spans. We can't listen to this.
Hey, that's not my problem.
I'm like, no. Idiots have short attention spans, okay?
I have a short attention span, but I mean, I also have a brain, and you can pause and go back to it.
Yeah. So you are a hater.
You're cancelled.
Move along.
I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Delete
it's fine.
it.
Thank you for listening. Even if you listened for 15-20 minutes, thank you. Amazing.
What else? No, everything else was really, really, really positive. Thank you guys for listening to us, and now we shall get into our first topic, which is Black History Month. So we're talking all things black, and
that's what's up.
Yasmin, have you seen those videos? There's videos of black or Somali police officers even, and then people abused them. What do you think about that?
It really, really gets on my last nerves. It makes me so angry.
Yeah, they're just doing their job. Stop abusing them. It's funny. I get it. While people doing this, but at the same time, just doing the job.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Why are you mad? Are you mad because they're actually doing something with their life and you're not? Are you mad because you're too busy being a postcode warrior and you're worried you might actually get busted?
Yeah, and also you never know. They could be fighting the good fight on the inside.
Exactly.
They might think, I'm gonna join the police force to change from the inside.
Exactly. I mean, how are you going to beat the system if you've got nobody in the system for you?
Exactly.
And then you're there trashing someone who's actually out there in the system, probably trying to help you. So stop being a postcode warrior And why aren't you? If I saw two, I think I saw one with a woman, a Somali female, and one with a Somali male. If they're out there working, why are you not at work?
Exactly. Like, what
are you doing out there recording people? Shouldn't you be at work? Who's even got the time to do that? From going to work, coming home from work, I don't even have enough time to do my laundry, let alone record people going about their day outside.
I know, but it's just so sad. Like, just leave them alone, guys. You know, let them work.
Have respect for your fellow people. Like, if you're trashing them, you're the one that looks like a joke.
Yeah, have you seen that other story about the ones with the water in Tesco?
Yeah, this is exactly why we need people in the system. So basically, I saw that one. It made me so sad. This Asian couple were trying to buy water because it's 2018. We're all trying to stay hydrated and have glowy skin. So they're buying water. Like, I think they bought like 20 bottles of like strawberry flavored water, and the Tesco, apparently they do this every week. This is just their normal routine. But the Tesco that they went to that day were like, no, you can't buy this much water. And I think from the news article, the guy wanted to ask the police officer for help. Or just like, this person's giving me grief or whatnot. But the police officer took it completely the wrong way around, and then they ended up getting arrested and they used force against them. But now apparently the police are charging the Asian couple for, I don't know what, I think it's for
probably aggravated assault or something.
Yeah,
the stupid.
But like,
laws.
looking at the pictures, it just looks so like it just looks so like, imagine like
it's frustrating.
I like, look at that picture is everything that I don't see police officers as, for a very long time, I'm sure many of us, we don't see police officers as the people you go to for help.
No.
Like, they're not friendly faces.
No.
They're not, I don't have fond thoughts of police officers.
100%. Yeah, no.
This is another reason why you shouldn't be trashing Somali police officers, because we need our people to be doing jobs like that who we feel comfortable going to.
I know. There was this, I don't know, you probably didn't see this one, there's one that went viral on Twitter about, I don't know what happened, I think the guy had some weed on him or something, and then they arrested him, but then there was like 6 or 7 of, I don't get why they need 6 or 7 police officers to take one person down, and then they got him onto the floor, fine, and he was resisting, but I feel like you don't know how you would react when 6 or 7 people are around you trying to like get some cuffs on you. I probably would be like, get off me, I will give it you my hands.
Yeah.
But anyways, they got him on the floor and then he was screaming, I can't breathe. And I'm like, this is why people die in police custody. He's saying, I can't breathe, and still they get on top of him. This guy with 6 or 7 police officers is exactly like this scene on Orange is the New Black.
I remember that scene.
Did you watch that? Did you get that far?
I got that far.
I thought you didn't get that far.
That was I think the saddest thing I've ever watched.
Which actually happens a lot in America, which is really sad. And that's another thing when people think, well, you guys don't have racism and police brutality in England. No, we do. It's just covert and it's not in the news as much, okay?
Yeah. But I feel like if I was a police officer, I get it. I get why you'd want that much backup. I get why you would want to be cautious. But it's like, did they miss the part of their training where they're meant to assess the situation? I'm sure, like, you're meant to assess the situation. And, like, where's common sense? Like, if there's only one person and clearly they're not armed, they don't have anything, there's no one lurking in the corner, you don't need to be as forceful. Like, what are you going to achieve from it?
I know. But that's just our segment on police officers. You guys are PIGs. Okay.
apart from our Muslim police officers.
Nah, sometimes it's not a job. It corrupts people. It's any job that puts you in a power. It's a kind of power hold.
I suppose
it just corrupts people, I think. Like, I think they start off with good intentions, but sometimes it can go the other way.
I think it's because there's so much negativity, probably. Like, it just eventually crushes you and you give into it and you just become like everybody else. But, I mean, yeah. So on another note, Amina, so we went to that Barriers of Education talk by a couple of people we don't know, but there was one person that we did know. There was 2 people that we did know. Well, you knew one person, 2 people, and I knew one person. on that panel. What did you take from, or what did you think of it?
University is a stressful time. It's especially stressful when you are a person of color. You feel like you don't fit in. But then again, it depends where you or what university you go to. Maybe if I went like to university down south in London or something, I'd feel like more included because there's more people of color around. But being up north, man, did we stand out like a sore thumb. Like, I remember my when we first started, I thought, yes, my course is going to be diverse. We're going to have lots of people of color, you know, meet so many cool people. Out of like 300 students, there were like 10 ethnic students. And we looked around and like, where were all the people that were at the interviews? Where is everyone? There were so many people at the interviews. And then as the 3 years went by, more and more people dropped out. So at the end, I think maybe 6 of us actually qualified and like finished university, which is so sad. And then it makes you think, what were the things that, you know, what happened to them girls? And it really comes down to the lecturers and markers being harsher on us. And I definitely confirmed that because, like I said, this girl asked me for my help once because she was handing it too late. I was like, yeah, because she was really cool. I was like, yeah, cool, whatever, I'll help you out. I helped her out. And she ended up getting a higher mark than me. And I was like, what? That was my work in just different words. She got a higher mark. I was like, you know what? I can't bother to dispute it. I could probably took it to a tutor and like, listen, that's not right. I was like, you know what? I can't be bothered. Secondly, we're not believed as much, you know, with placements and hours. I had a friend who her tutor actually accused her of signing her own hours. And then she was like, no. You can ring them. They signed the hours form. She even rang them and they were like, yes, she was here. We've signed those hours. She did not believe her. So they had to be taken higher. They had to get the director of that.
That's crazy. Like, What was like what prompted her to not believe her though?
Her book was too messy.
Oh.
But
that's life.
Yeah, but what she has contacted those people, you know. So why couldn't she believe her then?
Yeah, at that point,
pure,
there's no...
It's pure because this girl was brown, I'm telling you. And this lecturer had a history of being horrible to people. I remember, like, that first week, I asked a genuine question. And she was like, oh, yeah, this is your uniforms. And I was like, oh, are they going to be strict? Do I have to wear a particular scarf colour when I go on placement? And then she went, what colour is your uniform? I went, white. And she went, well, what colour scarf do you think you should wear? In fact, in front of everyone.
Wow.
Like, in that kind of tone, in that accent of hers as well.
Yeah.
And I just went, I'm only saying that because white scarves do not look good on me. So maybe I'll wear something close to white. I did not wear white. I wore whatever I wanted. No one ever said anything, you know? So that was just her exerting her power. We don't feel like we can ask for deadlines, like they said in that day where we went. We can't ask for deadlines. We have to... If we do ask for deadlines, we have to, like, give them proof.
Yeah.
You know?
Like a real elaborate explanation as to why you need it, not just life's getting tough.
Yeah. No, like, my friend's father passed away and they wanted proof. Like, I feel like they would have never asked anyone else for that kind of thing, you know? So university really, really, really is a stressful time. And there was a moment where we had implications with some girls at university who were straight out being racist to us.
Yeah.
Like, kicking our chairs at some point. I was like, am I at university or am I in school right now? Wow. Kicking the back of our chairs. I was ready to, like, just turn around and smack her, but obviously, who would get kicked out first?
I can say I've never experienced that.
Yeah. So, as much as I love my university experience and, like, the friends I met, it was stress for a girl. Yeah.
I think one of the most interesting things that, like, I feel like I've experienced what you've experienced, but not to that degree. Not to that degree. But the one thing that really stuck out to me was the international student that spoke up, and she was like, when she was saying, because people talk about there's the gap in attainment in students that are from England, like born and bred in England, and well, not necessarily born and bred in England, but home students. But they don't really talk about international students. And she was very shocked to hear all of these trials that students face, because she's come straight from her home country where she's surrounded by people that look like her, speak like her. She's used to the culture there. She didn't realize that things were that bad here.
No. You know, when she spoke, I was gonna say something to her, and I realized, you know what, forget it. It might still go over her head, because we had international African students, and they, because of like maybe it's the cultural differences, they didn't understand like our sarcasm or like the politeness. So even though they think these girls were being nice to them, they were actually mocking them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So we had that insightfulness. We knew what they meant. You know, when you're like speaking in tongues, really.
Yeah.
And it was just going over the head. Like, oh my god, these girls are so nice. Ha ha ha. I'm like, no, these girls are not your friends. I'm telling you. And I remember it happened to this international student. She was an older woman. And remember, we had to do like a group presentations at some point, so you had to work together with some people.
Yeah.
By the way, group presentations are evil. They're so annoying.
I hate
you have to
them.
chase people to do their work. And also we had we also had this area, you know, I'm just gonna whisper that to you because you know we don't want people stalking us. So that's like the deprived black area of like our I was gonna say.
Oh my gosh, you're terrible at this. So it's yeah.
I think we're right to say what Sheffield is.
Well, you've blown the cat out of the bag now, haven't
I think
you?
we're alright, yeah. I think we should be alright. Like,
okay.
Anyway, so we had this bunch of students, these English students come with us to Burn Reef, and they thought they were in Africa.
Wow.
They were legit like, wow, this is like the other side of Sheffield. Like, because they only saw the university.
It's not even the other side of Sheffield. It's like literally just over the bridge next. It's so close to the city centre. It's like 5 minutes on the bus.
It's like the equivalent of over the train tracks in America. They say over the train tracks. That like the ghetto side.
Yeah.
And we had to do like a health research thing where to see what the gap was between the poor black communities and the richer white communities. And obviously there is a big obesity crisis in that area because of the black communities and whatnot. But they were just so like, should we put our bags away? Should we be carrying anything? I'm like, no one's gonna rob you. We walk here every day.
Yeah.
Like, chill. But you could tell like the legit fear because they were in a place that there's not a lot of people that look like them.
Imagine how we feel every single day.
Exactly. That's our lives every day.
Yeah.
You know?
One thing as well, you know, with the whole sarcasm thing that you were talking about, just reminded me of remember that poet Boona Muhammad, and when he one of his poems, he said something about having an accent. I think he was like, having an accent is like being a fat kid in gym class, first to get cut and always picked last. I think it went like that. And yeah, like people, I don't know, I remember seeing this in school as well. Like, I remember this girl joined our school in about year 9. And like, just the way people are so like hostile to people with accents if they're from another country. And it's not even like, I wouldn't even consider, say, like, these people are racist, or like, they're not like consciously racist. They don't actively go and like single out black people or people of color or anything like that. But it's just like a default reaction.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really far deep down that they are nice people, but on the down low, like, they're not, because the minute someone has an accent, like, their perception of their opinion of them changes.
They change really quickly.
And like the way like people, we were only kids though, but the way they like were so, they didn't want to include her in anything. Like, and I think it was a drama class and nobody wanted to be in the group with them. I just thought, wow, what a bunch of jerks I'm in the same class as.
Also, that reminded me, another thing in university is being a person of colour. You can never forget that you're a person of colour.
No.
Because I remember it was because we had that weird timetable, didn't we, that we were in university when it was summertime, when everyone was off.
I remember.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I forgot.
Yeah, I remember. So we were in university when it was summertime. And because of that, it was, because I started like January.
Oh,
so
that's
instead
true.
of everyone starting from like September, I started January.
Oh, so you had a really long summer.
And then it was Ramadan. Was that year was Ramadan, summertime. So none of us who were Muslims woke up to go to university in the mornings. We were like, we'll just go in that 2-hour afternoon lectures and stuff. We're like, we're too tired. Not thinking anything of it. So we went to our, the one thing you couldn't miss was tutor class, because tutor class is like smaller. It's like a small group. And, yeah. And then I remember we were in the like waiting hall, waiting to go into the class, and one of the guys, I can't stand him till now. I don't want to mention him. He was an absolute cunt. He was like, oh, so where were you girls today then?
Oh, what a busybody.
But the thing is, that's the thing. They'll know when we're missing. Like, if someone from my class was missing that day, I would not remember who it was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They have that ability to stay invisible in the class.
Yeah.
We're not invisible. People can always see who we are and where we're at. You know, and I was like, not hi. How you doing?
Ooh.
And he went, oh, hi, Amy, how are you? What's up? Why did you guys not come today? And
why does he care? Like, oh my gosh, I hate people like that. Why do you care? Like, do you not have enough going on in your own life?
And like, I was looking at him like, do we speak? We don't speak at all. Why are you asking me? He's, such a busybody. That's another thing at university. People always remember who you are. And also, when they're coming in late to lectures, you get tutted at. But no one else gets tutted at when they're coming in.
Oh my gosh, yes, I remember. I had it's tutorial tutor group, same thing. I had a tutorial once and I was late, and I was only late because the campus was so confusing and I didn't know how to get there, and I was just confused. It was a confusing day, so I got there anyway. Mind you, I've travelled from another city. I don't live in that city, so I've made the effort to come to a tutorial in another city. I remember walking in, and the tutor didn't acknowledge me for the whole entire tutorial that was 2 hours long. But there was other people that walked in late. It was fine. But me, she literally didn't make eye contact with me. I was so shocked.
That's the thing, People go out of the way to would come on and eye roll, head shaking. Yeah. You know, I'm like,
I felt it the whole 2 hours. I felt so uncomfortable.
We see you. So you know what I started doing to piss them off on purpose? I'd go to Starbucks in the morning, buy drinks for everyone, and come in late. Because then they'll know why I was late, because I'm buying drinks from Starbucks.
Wow. You've got more balls than I have.
Yeah, they were rude AF, some girl.
Yeah.
Some people were rude as hell. And I'm absolutely so sad, to think they are helping the job that we're in.
Yeah.
Imagine how they're going to treat people of colour.
Exactly.
I know exactly what they're going to be like, you know? Yeah. And that could come into second segment of, them people not doctors and people in the medical profession not believing black women.
Yeah, that was a post I saw on an Instagram called Black Girls, but they got it from Twitter, and it said doctors are literally admitting they hesitate to give black women necessary medical treatment, and some of y'all still believe black women don't have it bad.
I know.
And it's true, I feel like sometimes I have to over exaggerate things just to get the doctor to pay attention to me, because I feel like I just always get told, just take painkillers. I'm like, my pain is more than painkillers. I need more than that.
It pisses me off when doctors say take painkillers. Why about you investigate where this pain is coming from? And then I won't have pain. Yeah. It's the same. I'm not saying it's exactly the same as when people are a bit on the more on the obesity scale, and the doctors will say, well, your problem is because you're fat. And no. That might be one of the contributions, but still,
true. There's
other things, and also some people's bodies are not fat just because of the BMI. The BMI is not for everyone.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's just mad.
It's not even black women, it's people of colour in general.
Yeah, especially even what's her name? Tennis player Serena Williams.
Yes.
Apparently she had complications after she gave birth to her baby.
Yes.
And she felt like she wasn't even being taken seriously, and she insisted that something wasn't right. And if she hadn't have done that, she said that she might have died.
Can you imagine? And that's her with being rich.
Yeah.
Having a white husband.
Yeah.
That's. Can you imagine what the rest of us? And we know that people we know who've had babies and then had complications, gone back, and the doctors just dismissing them oh no, don't worry, take antibiotics, and then it escalated, and then we're having surgery after. I'm like, that is so scary. And actually, that's one of the things that scare me of childbirth, the complications.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I don't think I've met so many people. I've met so many people that have had lasting effect of something that's gone wrong, or stitching that has gone wrong, or just the level of care. It's just is so upsetting.
I know, it's we live in scary times, and we also don't know any loopholes or how to ask the doctors to do more investigations, because we always have this thing like, oh, they must be right, it must be just me, it must be in my head kind of thing, you know. So people, if something's wrong, go to the doctor and ask or demand for them to do investigations.
Yeah, you pay your taxes.
And actually, it happened to me, remember, last year with my vitamin D deficiency. Remember?
Oh, we all have that.
Yeah, like we all similarly got problems, low iron and vitamin D deficiencies. So this year, because obviously it happens every year when it starts getting cold. So I rang my GP and I was like, listen, I don't want an appointment or anything. Just print me off my blood stickers and I will just do my test at work. And then they went, well, we think the doctor should see you first. What do you need it for? I'm like, because I know my body. I know when I start feeling ill, or when I start getting pain in my knees and my just general aches and stuff. I know I've got low iron and low vitamin D. And then this is just the receptionist. I've not even got to a doctor yet.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I can't print off the stickers and you have to see a doctor. No, I'm not coming to the GP. And seeing a doctor will take like 3 weeks anyway nowadays, doesn't it? I was like, just get the doctor to ring me back. And that's
especially
with me.
when you're avoiding someone you know being a newly qualified doctor. We won't say any names, but there's someone that we know. Mashallah, he became a he became a doctor, which is fantastic. Mashallah, go him, like that's amazing. But then he became a GP at our GP, and I was like, oh my gosh, now I have to, like, thank goodness I registered for like the online portal thing. Otherwise, imagine, like, I'm just there like, yeah, I'm gonna have to like not go through with this appointment. Bye.
Yeah.
Because it's just way too awkward. Like, especially someone like that's the same age as you.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
Oh.
But yeah, imagine that was me knowing the system. I said to get the doctor to call me back. Can you imagine if it was one of our parents or someone that we know that didn't know? They'd wait for an appointment for like 5 weeks.
Exactly. By that time, winter's over.
Yeah, and they had more problems. I was like, no, get the doctor to call me back when they get a chance by the end of the today. Yeah. And they did. The doctor rang me and he was like, what's up? And I went, just get me my stupid stickers. I don't want to come in. This is good for you guys. I'm not wasting, NHS time by coming in.
Exactly.
And he was so rude.
I thought you were going to say he was so nice.
No, he was so rude that I had to come in and complain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was that rude. It was like, no, you need to come in and tell me your symptoms before you start demanding for stickers, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yo, chill out.
If I would have been like, listen, I'm going to make your life easier, I'm going to cut your day short for you, I'd be like, thank you, that's fine, see you later. And I was like, it's not like you were asking for drugs, you were just asking for the blood test.
Yeah, and I have to go in for him to just tell him my symptoms, and he's going to print me off a sticker and then send me on my way. Then I'm taking my blood there and then.
Exactly.
That's you have to go to the hospital to get your blood done.
Yeah.
And then
which is another thing I don't get. Like, why? Like, if I've come all the way, because I didn't know you could just do that and ask for like the stickers and whatnot. Why on earth do I have to go all the way in, sit in the waiting room, have an appointment? I mean, you could have just taken my bloods then and there.
Exactly. And the results come straight away. They'll come within that same day. Yeah, you're supposed to ring them for your results, or else they will just take their time.
My mum's always told me if they don't ring you, nothing's wrong.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. So nothing's wrong if they don't ring you. But however, it's just good to ask for your results because sometimes it might just be borderline.
Oh, okay.
And then it's good for you just to top up what you needed. But anyways, I was like, have you even opened my records? If you have opened my my NHS records, then you'll realise this happens every bloody year, and I know what I'm talking about. Finally he did. He was like, all right, okay, I get what you mean. Yeah, it was really low last time. I had to get a shot. I had to get like extra strong tablets. And he was like, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'll print it off. And I was like, don't think you're getting away with this. I'm going to put in a complaint. Can you imagine other people be doing this too?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think maybe he just wanted an easy patient. He just wanted 20 minutes to kill and not have like an actual patient with a shopping list of issues. Like,
but they lose money. You know that, right?
They lose money with what?
Appointment has to be 10 minutes. If it's more than 10 minutes, then they lose money. Time is money, girl. It's all business schemes now.
Oh, so like the more patients they book in, they get more money?
Yeah, yes. The more patients they've got in, the more money they get. And also, they get more funding.
That is not very heartening. Because imagine, they'll be like, I'm going to book you a routine appointment because I'm not going to prescribe you the right stuff, so you have to keep coming back so we keep getting funded.
But they don't even need to put a routine in because there's so many people that need to see doctors. That's the thing,
this is what drives me mad about this world, is everything is about funding. So, like, with the whole international students thing, I'm going to go back to that because it really, like, irks me. The fact that they don't talk about the issues and, like, the troubles they have with, like, you know, international students dropping out and whatnot is because the more international students they get, the more money they get. And, like, the same thing with the patients. And, like, I remember in school, like, the more kids they get doing certain courses, the more funding they get. Yeah. And I even heard the more C-sections they perform, the more funding they get. Yeah. So you never really know what any establishment's motive is because you don't know if they're getting funded for it.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's actually craziness.
Really
everything is so me. Like money forward.
It's so money oriented.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, I ended up with my stickers, got my bloods done, and I got my results, and I was right.
Yay!
He rang me like the next day saying, "Yeah, your bloods are really bad. Come in tomorrow, please. Thanks."
Oh, what a douche!
I know. So, guys, like I said, stick your ground, know your rights,
yeah,
and go demand your healthcare.
Exactly.
You're paying your taxes like the rest of us.
We are definitely. We're paying too many taxes. Like, I'm sad every time I see my wage slip.
Ugh.
So, Amina, speaking about pay, did you see that article about the about black medics getting paid less than their white counterparts?
Yes, and it's actually infuriating. And actually, that article, there was a similar article came back in 2005, you know, about black and POCs, people in medics getting paid way less than their white counterparts.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It really is. Like, you would think that people get paid based on their skill set, but I don't get how they get away with paying people with the same skill set different wages. I feel like they should be a lot more transparent with wages.
Like it said, black doctors in the NHS are paid on average almost £10,000 a year less, and black nurses are paid £2,700 less than their white counterparts. So we're doing exactly the same jobs, we're getting paid less.
It's crazy.
You know, I'm going to start asking people, show me their pay slips.
People get really weird about it.
Why do people get weird about pay slips?
They really do.
Why? Well, clearly this is why.
Well, yeah, no, I would really love to see some people, people's... I feel like it should be just... Everyone should know what other people get paid. I feel like there's a lot of secrecy around pay, and, like, when you have... you know, when you are moving up a level... when you're moving up a level, that people, it's just so private. You have the meeting privately, and, like, no one ever really knows what pay rise other people got.
And we're doing the exact same job. Forget managers and all. I don't give a shit how much they're getting paid, but it's people that you're on the same level with. Yeah. It's like, you know, you get paid, and then your wages come through, and everyone's looking at them in secret. And I was looking around like, what's the big deal? And then there's a support worker I work with, and we just show each other, like, we're not doing the same job. Yeah. But we just show each other, like, how did you get paid this month? I got paid this much. Right crap, isn't it? Oh, we need to find rich husbands.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another thing. People got way too dodgy. If people actually start showing each other the pay slips, this might have become a lot more easier, like.
Yeah, definitely, because a lot more people would realize, wait, hold on, I'm doing the same job as this person and this person. Why are we getting paid 3 different wages?
Exactly. Like,
we should all be paid the same wage based on the work we do when we come in and when we leave, not based on, I like this person a little bit better, so I'm going to pay them a little bit more.
Yeah, and also in the NHS, not just the black doctors and the nurses, it also includes, like, the midwives, the support workers. The only ones it doesn't include is, like, the ones that do the other type of jobs, like the administration jobs or, like, the domestics and things like that, which I think they should actually look into as well to see if there's a difference in pay.
I think it's quite shocking as well, because when you're in a hospital, I feel like you come across more ethnic people. Like, the nurses, there's way more ethnic nurses. Like, I feel like, not to stereotype, but I feel like when you see a consultant, there's a 9 times out of 10 chance, like, when I've gone, that my consultant is an Indian consultant. So, like, I'm sure they're probably included in this statistic as well, and I'm sure they're paid less than their white counterparts as well. So it's really shocking that I feel like the ethnic minorities make up a lot of the NHS, and to think that they're so underpaid, it's really saddening.
Yeah, and it also said something about how BAME, so black and minority ethnic. Is that what it stands for, BAME?
BAME.
Or did I make that up?
What does the A stand for in BAME?
And didn't it? Black.
Why would they have it? Why would it
Black Asian? Oh yeah. No, but you don't have to be African and be black.
Black
Asian.
I know, but usually "and" is not like in the acronym. Is because isn't that why it's usually BME, Black Minority Ethnic?
Oh no, so it's Asian then. Black Asian
Minority Ethnic.
No, that sounds weird. How do we not know?
Well, anyway.
Quickly Google this, Yasmin.
Okay.
That's why we need an intern to Google crap.
What does BAME stand for?
What? Start that, Kim.
Oh, yeah! But it's not "and." You said it was "and." Black, Asian, and minority ethnic.
Okay. We got there anyways.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say is that the staff make up 25% of NHS workforce. Okay? And
I would have thought that percentage would be a lot higher.
And maybe sometimes people don't tick the right boxes. So,
like
Somalis.
Prefer not to say.
Like Somalis who don't click African.
The thing is, what bugs me is you get Pakistani a lot on those forms. You get Bangladesh and all those, and many other countries. Why it's rare to get Somali on a form? There's so many times.
Isn't that why they tick other to get Somali on the form? I feel like that's what my dad said to me. He's like, click other and then write Somali, and then that way they'll start putting Somali as an option.
Start putting Somali as an option. Yeah, no, it really is.
I'm just like, where is this logic
why
coming
are we
from?
on the forms?
Is there a WhatsApp group that our parents are in that we don't know about that just tells them things like this?
I feel like our parents are in 500 different WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
My mum spends her life on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry,
bringing back to that,
I know you do more with your day.
Bringing back, it says so 25% of the NHS workforce is Black, Asian. I was going to say Black and minority, Black, Asian, minority, and ethnics, and then only 7% of that are in senior manager jobs. So that's really crap, and just not show the diverseness. And also, like I said, there's lots of other nurses and doctors that are not white half the time.
Yeah, no, I feel like you would come across more white nurses, definitely, but at the same time, you do notice there's many people who are not. But when it comes to consultants, definitely, I feel like I've come across so many African and Asian consultants. I rarely see a white.
That reminds me.
In GPs.
Yeah, it reminds me. I think there was a comedian that says that. He's like, have you guys ever watched Grey's Anatomy? You'll never ever see a Filipino nurse on that show. However, when you go to an American hospital, first ones you'll see Filipino nurses that work there. It's like how that shows how inaccurate diversity in TV is and stuff. But I think we should now enlighten each other with some stories.
Oh, and for this time, Amina's not going to be the only one educating me. I'm going to educate her too. But
wait, but I already know your story.
Yeah, but you don't know what it's about. I just told you the title.
Yeah, but I know what it's about already. If it's anything about Nigeria, I know. But it's okay, you can tell me.
You. Why are you so woke for? Getting into my topic for Black History Month, it's based on something I came across while I was doing one of my modules at uni. And it's on the Benin bronzes, which are a group of more than 1,000 metal plaques and sculptures that decorated the royal palace of the Kingdom of Benin, which is now known as Nigeria. And these bronzes were acquired, I love their use of language, acquired by the British in 1897, and you will come across a lot of them now in museums in the West, and there's been an ongoing dialogue about whether they should be returned and on what terms they should be returned to Nigeria, and basically what would happen if they were returned. But one of the reasons I'm so I think most of us would be so shocked about the story is the fact that there even is a dialogue on whether they should be returned and what would happen if they are. They should be returned based on the fact that they don't belong to the West and they don't belong to the Western museums. Have you heard about it before?
I have, yeah, but when did they come around and did you find out that? Like, when did they acquire it?
1897.
1897? That far back?
Yeah. 1897.
So, and they've had it since?
Yeah. And it's still going on to this day of, should we return them? Should we not return them? But what if they don't look after them? And, like, it's not even... The fact that there's even a discussion of they're stolen goods, and the fact that there's even a discussion about it just shocks me.
What was the origin? Do you know the origin story of the statues? Do we know?
It's kind of they don't I don't think anyone really knows. It's just they came across them, and they used to decorate the royal palace, and they
in Nigeria.
Yeah, but it was known as Benin back then.
Okay.
And one of the things they were really shocked by when they discovered them was the fact that they were really shocked that the the people there at the time, what would you call them? I don't know if you'd call them Nigerians or whether you'd call them...
It's called people of Benin.
Yeah, the people of Benin anyway.
Beninians.
Yeah, like that doesn't sound right.
Are you Beninian?
Okay, well anyway, the people that were there at the time, well, you know what they thought of them. They thought they were savages, and they went there to civilize the savages. So they were really shocked at like how sophisticated the methods they used to make the bronzes were, and they were in disbelief. They were like, how could they make this? Like they're not this talented. And I think they even described them as they used to describe them as people with no heads, and they had their faces and their torso. Like they would describe them like literal monsters.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was so and they've had them ever since, and they just won't return them. And they're like, we will return them, but we will return them on loan. How can you loan something that is not even yours?
Yeah, just give them... It should be on loan on you too, really.
Yeah, I'm not, like, whether they want to loan it to you or not is their decision. You just need to... I don't want to say man up, but you need to be accountable for your actions and say, you know what, we did something wrong. We took these things that weren't ours and we're going to give them back now. And whether they give them back to you or not is entirely up to them. And we don't... I'm saying we... I mean, it's personal. I'm not Nigerian, but they're still my black brothers and sisters. So it's not like we're not here for your education. We're not here to we're not here to be like paraded around in your museums for you to learn about us. Like, it just makes me...
Yasmin getting political.
It's just true that, like, everything, they always put it down to, we need this for educational purposes. It's not yours, and we're not yours to be gawked at in a museum. We're human beings.
That's what they used to do
like,
to
you
black
need to
people,
learn what's ours is ours, and what's not. I feel like, for the West, I feel like there are a bunch... I really don't want to offend anyone, but it really makes me angry. I just feel like with the West sometimes they can't take the fact that they've stolen things, and it's like little children that are out of control that like to just take other people's toys, other children's toys, and it's just so juvenile.
Yeah, history is written by the winners. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
So that's why that's what they can say, really, what they want to.
In one of the articles, it said many museums are still caught in the colonial mindset. They feel that they are custodians for mankind, preserving objects from all over the world where people allegedly cannot look after them themselves. This is an echo of the pro-colonial civilizing mission. So it's exactly that.
That's
like,
good.
There's so many comments like saying, "Oh my gosh, but what if they don't look after them? And what if they never come back and we need them? They're just not yours."
For what?
They're just not yours. You just need to accept they're not yours. They need to be returned to their owners. You just need to return everything, really. God knows how many things are in museums that have been stolen or taken in a really unethical way. So, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'm all for the return the bronzes movement. It's not.
The thing is, if they start returning things, they're gonna have to start returning a lot. The museum is gonna be empty.
Yeah, but I mean, they deserve
The Queen's
it.
gonna have to return her crown.
Rightly so, she should. If those jewels are not hers, they're not. She just needs to accept they're not hers.
Yeah, but then that's why they don't want to start this off.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, then if I have to give this back, I have to give back my jewellery, I might have to give back the palace.
Yeah, no, you need to give it all back. If it's not yours, give it back. I mean,
I think we've still got a little bit to go in history, I think, for people to be returning things.
True. Human beings scare me. It scares me to think there's some human beings out there that think stuff like this is okay.
Can you imagine if the pyramids weren't that big? They'd probably try and relocate them.
I know. But you know what's funny is you grow up as a child and you're taught, like, if you're not gonna say anything nice, and don't say anything at all, and don't steal because that's bad, and then you grow up and you realize, man, grown people out here stealing stuff, and they're saying it's okay because they discovered it or they acquired it. It's just so mad. Like,
it is really
being an adult is scary. Like, you learn how the world is not actually a nice place.
100%.
I've just remembered Eddie Griffin. Shout out Eddie Griffin. I love him. He's the best comedian ever. Can you please, like, go in a time machine and turn back so you were young, and then you can just give us more of your comedy. But he was like, he was talking about, he touched on this, and he was like, I love how, you know, people like use jazzed up words to just change the fact that they've actually just stolen something. So he'll be like, they won't be like, we've invaded, they'll just be like, we discovered it. Yeah, so then he was just like, I'm gonna go discover me someone's car. So yeah, love you, Eddie Griffin. Please make more shows. But yeah, like, just reading this article just makes me so mad. Like, there's a statement, but we are open to consider any specific proposals when they are made, and we remain in dialogue with the National Commission for Museums and Monuments. There's no dialogue to be had. Is there?
No.
Well, like, there's no dialogue to be had. I just,
It's, at the end of the day, it's a case of power. Who's got the...
Exactly.
England has big
like,
power.
I don't think we should go and take everything out of the museums and you know, leave the museums empty, but give people what is theirs. If they want to then lend it to you, then they should, on their own terms, not on your terms.
This reminds me of that scene in Black Panther when Eric Romer goes to the British Museum. Remember? How can you forget this bit?
Yeah.
He's like, you stole it. These are things from my ancestors.
Yeah.
That lady was getting a bit flustered.
I love that movie. It's true though. Like, if you have something nice, like, I personally wouldn't showcase it because you don't know who's gonna go discover it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely return England. The Queen, I demand you return that.
The crown jewels.
No, keep the crown jewels.
Give Nigeria their bronzes back because they're not yours. They ain't yours. No, and you just have to accept they're not yours. No matter how much you want to educate people on them, they're just not yours. Like, I feel like sometimes England and, like, America are like those, they're just naughty school children that can't
Oh my
be tamed.
God. Because I'm watching that Korean drama, Mr. Sunshine. By the way, guys, watch this. It's on Netflix. Mr. Sunshine, so educating. But anyways, because it's in that era, it's the 1900s. Korea is a tiny country compared to Japan. Is it smaller than Japan?
Yeah, I think it's smaller than Japan. I feel like Japan's really big.
No, Japan's small. They just got a lot of people. You know, there's just a lot of people. But anyways, so they're in between Japan and Russia. Right, so Russia and Japan have this little war thing going on. I need to start
looking at maps more. I didn't know Russia was that close to Korea.
Russia's right between, like, it's like basically in Asia. It's like in between
I knew
Asia.
that.
Yeah.
I've never thought of Korea and Russia in like.
No, I think it's the fact that it's easier, like, for them to come down compared to, like, because it's right next to China, Russia, and all that.
Because I feel like you know that show.
Russia's really close. I mean, China's really close to Korea.
Have you watched it, My Neighbor Charles?
No, but I know it's like foreigners and stuff.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of people from Uzbekistan in Korea. And I'm guessing it's quite like, and they don't look very, very different.
No. Yeah. That's what they can blend in really easily.
Yeah, like the kids just look Korean.
Yeah. So basically, Japan and Russia have this war thing going on, and then America have signed this treaty with Korea saying we will be on your side. Korea, you know, Joseon in that area, should they call that? We will stick by you, whatever. Don't worry, we will protect you. Britain have also said, yeah, we're gonna protect you. So they're like stationed there. You know, I'm doing like air quotes, stationed.
Yeah.
There. But at the end of the day, their motive is not to help the Koreans. Their motive is to get their money back. So Japan owes a lot of money to America and Britain. So by them going to war with Russia, this will get them their money back.
I don't get it.
So because if there's a war, they can benefit from arms, they can loot the country, take their valuable stuff. This is why people want to go to war.
Oh, okay.
Because they want to steal that country's stuff, basically, their natural resources.
There's always some.
And Korea is one of those blessed countries as well in Asia. They have a lot of stuff there. They had back then they had that coal mining stuff going on. They had a lot of jewels, coffee, rice, and that's stuff that they can import to the countries. And also they like their pottery things and stuff like that. So that's another thing they were stealing off them. But yeah, so like I said, they just. We're there to help you, but we're not really there to help you. We're here to make money at the end of it.
We're here to break your legs and give you crutches, basically.
Just the whole thing was so frustrating. I remember last week when you were telling me, you were like, oh, Japan is not allowed to have an army.
Yeah.
I understand. It's so horrible. Oh my God. Like, I get why Korea, obviously, because it's a Korean TV show, they're very pro-Korea, the patriots, aren't they? They're trying to show Japan in a horrible way.
Yeah.
But war makes horrible people.
People
who go, soldiers who go to war, for no reason, because the country wants to invade that country. You're just going to be a dodgy person.
For me, one thing that's always irked me about armies and things like that is the people who are in the army. Like, when I think of the people I went to school with, the people that I went to school with that went into the army, I would never trust them with my life.
Do you know they're going to be able to say shady shit when they get there?
They're always the people that were the most horrible people, the most heartless people, the most prejudiced people, or the people that didn't really do well in school, so that was the only option left.
Yeah. So, but that's how the army employs people.
Exactly.
Because they know these people have got no other option.
Exactly.
And there was actually an article in America.
And how are you going to put people's lives in the hands of people who didn't even have their own life sorted?
Yeah. There was an article in America recently saying the rates of recruitment, I guess, have dropped significantly because people are not as poor as they used to be.
Wow. So what they're going to do, make people poor?
Make people poor?
I wouldn't even be shocked. I would not even be surprised.
People are now, rather than... in America, the army pays for their university. So people will join the army for their university to be paid for.
Don't our army do the same thing? I feel like they might not do that, but they definitely do.
Oh no, they get perks, they get a house and stuff.
They do definitely
they try to recruit as
have a lot of benefits to it and whatnot.
But and also it was just that people who watch Korean dramas just go watch that. It's just heartbreaking. And I'm just like, fuck the Japanese right now. Like I can't deal.
Me and my idealistic self is avoiding this drama, even though she keeps telling me, watch it.
But back to UK Black History. Oh, but actually, before I get to that, in that drama, they show you as well the Black American soldiers.
Okay, that's a perspective I've never thought of before.
Because they're trying to show you when you join the American army, everyone's the same. Because the drama is about the Korean guy who obviously had to flee to America as a young boy, and he joins the army. So, and then obviously they're saying, everyone's the same in America. Yeah. While in Korea back then, there was ranks, people with different ranks.
Yeah.
But that's a story for another day. We should talk about that. And how, in the rest of the world, there's also slaves that were not black people, like Koreans. Koreans were slaves.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a big story. But we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
So for my Black History story, Yasmin.
Go on, educate me.
I will educate you, Ori. I have done the story of Dido Elizabeth.
I think it's Dido.
Yeah, Dido sounds better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Dido Elizabeth Bell, which is a story I originally heard from a film called Belle. So I already kind of mentioned it to you before. I don't know if you can remember it or not.
I remember bits of it, but refresh me, enlighten me.
Right, I'm going to tell it because I've told someone else recently and they absolutely loved it. They were like, what? How did I not know this? So this is a story of Dido Elizabeth Bell, which is based in the 1700s. I'll go back and forth between the film and the real story. So the film, obviously, is going to be a bit more of a romantic story.
Romanticized version. Yeah.
But also historical, they have to add a bit of, white supremacy here and there. That's white people saved us kind of mentality that they do in black films. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we know we've seen all those films before, like you know, 12 Years a Slave and all that. So she was born in somewhere around the 1760s or 1700s to a guy called Lindsay. We were laughing at his name before. And we were like, is that a girl's name?
I've never heard of a man called Lindsay. Leslie, yeah. Even though with Leslie I was a bit shocked because I was like, I'm not really sure if you're really called Leslie, but we'll go with it.
Okay, and her mum was called Maria Bell. So Maria Bell was a slave who was on a ship with her dad. So we don't know. In the film, they make it out like they were in love kind of thing, and then she had the baby and he brought her to England after that because her mum passed away. But according to the real story, her mum didn't pass away. Different articles say that he took her back to like the Caribbean and gave her a house and gave her a good life there. Some people were like, oh, she just continued to stay a slave on the ship that he was on on whenever that time was. Okay, so he brought her to England when she was around 5 years old.
So where was her mum?
In the film, they say she dies and then he brings her as a baby.
Okay.
But in the real life factual articles, they say that he only brought her when she was 5 to England. And I don't know why he decided to bring her to England.
But it didn't bring the mum.
He didn't bring the mum, no. That's why in the film they make her pass away.
Doesn't that remind you of like, haven't you heard lots of stories of when men used to have like, well, predominantly like Somali and Yemeni men, they would have kids. It was more, I think, Yemeni men. Apologies, Yemenis, if you get offended. They would have kids with women here and then take the kids back home. Away from the mom because they want the kid to grow up like Muslim and like with the culture.
Yeah.
So mean though.
I know, but thankfully things have changed now, guys. So he brings her to England, to London in particular, and he decides to leave her with his uncle. So his uncle is called William Murray, and he is the first Earl of Mansfield. You know those fancy English names.
They still exist today.
They do, yeah, but so to give you an equivalent, that would be like the Supreme Chief Justice in America. He had that high of a role in England.
Yeah.
He would have like all the high cases here.
Yeah.
So they didn't have any kids, him and his wife, for some reason. So he was like, "Can you just look after my daughter? I need to get back on that ship, you know, go colonize more countries and stuff."
Oh.
And they were like, obviously, they were like, she's half black, but you know, they came around. They were like, "Okay, we'll look after her."
Yeah.
At the same time, they were looking after her cousin, whose mum had passed away. And then those times, you know, if the wife had passed away, the husband would be like, I can't look after a child. I've got manly things to do. And then he'd just get remarried.
Yeah.
So she was dumped on the uncle and auntie.
Yeah.
So they both grew up together in that household. So for the first 30 years, she lived in that household, okay? So William Murray, he was one of his most influential cases is the case of James Somerset in 1772, which would like be a big thing across the slave trade in the rest of the world. So Belle, at that time, to give you another thing, she wasn't like the only black woman in the country. There was like 10 to 15,000 black people, and they were like, you know, black people that were sailors, that which were like our grandparents, tradespeople, businessmen, black writers, William Shakespeare, you know, stealing things. So yeah, there's a lot of black people that were not slaves in the country, but also slaves at the same time. So the story of James Somerset, I'll tell you now. What happened was he was a black slave who was brought to England by his slave owner. And then as soon as he got to England, he did a runner.
Okay.
He ran to the first thing he knew, which was the church.
Yeah.
And the church protected him, and then I don't know why he got baptized. I don't know if that was to, you know, show he got a new life or something, reborn kind of thing. Yeah. But he got caught. He got caught by a slave owner, and then the slave owner, he must have been like dragging him across, you know, on the road. Like, for everyone to see, was beating him up because people actually got involved.
Yeah.
And were like, whoa, hold up, mate, this is too much. You know, you're beating him up way too much. And then at that time also, there was a lot of like anti-slavery movements and stuff going on. So they took the slave master to court. So the case was, if you come to England and you're a runaway slave, should you be returned kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this case came to Belle's granddad. Okay. Oh, not granddad, sorry, uncle.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so uncle. So Belle at this point, she's an adult. She's like 21 years old. She's knowledgeable. She's also educated because they educated her. They brought her up as one of their own. So they used to let her eat with them at the table, you know. But when guests came over, she wasn't allowed to eat with them and stuff because she was still black. What people had a problem with is that people used to say that she used to be her uncle's like right-hand woman. She used to be like the one like, oh no, that's wrong, you know, try to pressure him into some of the cases.
Yeah.
So the big story about Belle is really, in the film they make her like seem like a big, like, you know, oh uncle, you've gotta stop, you know, all this slave, you know, trades going around and stuff. And she falls in love with this lawyer who's going against the uncle, and she runs away with him, and they have like kids and stuff like that.
It's really mad though that she feels that way, and then her dad is literally the people that, you know.
Oh yeah, her dad also, by the way, in the film passes away.
Okay.
So I don't think he ever comes back when he passes away, but I don't know in real life if he did pass away or not. I should really look that up. So it's really, you should really watch the film. It's really, really good. So the case, it comes to her uncle, and obviously there's a big pressure on him whether to, like, you know, let James go or side with the slave owners and be like, no, technically they are your property, you know. And also there was another case at that moment, another big case that he had, where there was a boat and there was loads of slaves in there, and then they ran out of food and water, so what they decided to do was throw the people off the ship.
What?
Yeah, they threw the people off the ship and everyone died. And then they came back to England, and then there's people that wanted the slaves were like, where's our property? And they were like, well, we didn't have any food, so we had to throw everyone overboard. But you still got to pay us because, you know, we risked our lives to go get people.
That's disgusting.
That was another case that was brought to him. So for the case of James, her uncle, William, he actually ruled in favour for him. So the ruling came about that any slave that was brought to England would be a free man.
Yeah.
And that ended the Slavery Act in England. So there would be no more slaves after that in England brought over.
Okay.
So that's the big case. So that's like her story kind of thing.
So they're wondering whether her being his niece influenced his decision on that ruling?
Yeah.
Oh. What do you think? Do you think?
Of course, yeah. You probably thought, oh no, my poor niece, you know. Imagine people like her being, you know.
I guess, yeah, he had time to bond with her, realise, you know.
She's his child.
They're not
all bad.
Black people are exactly the same as white people, and they're humans, they have emotions. So probably him having a black niece humanised black people more for him.
100%. And I can't remember what the ruling on the other case was.
What was the other case again?
But they're throwing the people up.
Oh, yeah. They still got paid though, didn't they?
Yes, they got paid. But also, you know, when he passed this ruling that all the slaves would be free. Yeah. All the slave owners had to be paid.
Why did they have to be paid?
Because they lost property.
But they weren't property to begin with. They were humans.
So I think what happened is all the slaves got freed that were in England.
Yeah.
So all the slave owners had to be paid. And that would be like for each slave, not just like a bunch of them. So that's why
they didn't even deserve to get paid.
And that's why a lot of, you know, those families now...
They were trash for having slaves in the first place.
I know, but you could say like, oh, well, it was the norm back then.
Even if it was the norm, you haven't lost anything. You shouldn't have had. It's a.
I know. It's the fact that you were thinking of them as property, and not as humans. Also, those families got paid, obviously, and until now, people now who have like rich families, that's because they've benefited from that. Can you imagine?
Gosh, I hope they choke on it.
Can you imagine? Just come from that slavery. So yeah, that was the story of Belle that I told really quickly.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of more things that are going on. Guys, watch it. It's a really good film, and I think that's a really, really amazing story. Like the fact that random half black girl gets put in one of the most influential families in England.
Yeah, the coincidence. It's quite a large coincidence, and it's amazing that she had some part to play in such a big change. But I just can't get over the fact that they got compensated.
That's history.
That's not history. Well, yeah.
But yeah, I love that story, and obviously a lot of things might have been changed and stuff. In the film, a lot of things have been changed, but go watch it. It's so good. It's called Belle. And you know who's in it? Tom Felton.
Oh,
the guy that plays Draco Malfoy.
I was going to say Lucius Malfoy. That's his dad.
Draco Malfoy. But yeah, he plays a dickhead, so...
I mean, I think that's like what he's going to do for the rest of his career now. Like, he can't, after being a Draco Malfoy, you can't be nice.
Yeah, but that's my story for Black History Month.
Oh, well, I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
After those sad, well, they weren't sad stories, but after those sort of frustrating stories, I thought we could talk about maybe people that, or things that, people that inspire us in either the Black community or the Somali community. I'm not sure if we've already explicitly said this, but it's pretty obvious that we are Somali. So, yeah, is there anyone in the Black or Somali community that inspires you or like you get good energy from?
My friends.
Oh, thanks, girl.
I think I'm blessed with good friends, and they all probably, inspire me to do things like For the Culture podcast. Them girls are amazing.
They are.
Shout out to Nahara.
Oh my god.
Should have just combined all the names. Nahara,
Yeah.
Tahani, Nadira, and Asha. Amazing girls.
They are.
Funny ass girls. I love the podcast. Check out their podcast, guys. They're called For the Culture. They inspired us to do our
They're
own
beautiful
culture.
inside and out.
Yeah, 100%. The Abwan girls.
I recently discovered Hold My Hijab, and I love their energy. I love their accents, and I love everything they speak about, and their personalities just complement each other so well. So I've been literally binge listening to their podcast while at work.
Let me think. Halima Aiden.
Oh my gosh, she was on my list of inspirational people too. Yes,
you do you, girl.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, and she's just so elegant and like a really good role model, mashallah. Definitely.
100%. Yeah, you keep doing what you're doing for the community. I like unproblematic people.
yeah, she's just like, there's no, like, she's just...
Yeah, she's cool. Like, nothing to say about her, you know? She's just living her best life.
I know. And wasn't it mad how much she looked like, what's his name? Was it A$AP Rocky?
What, you mean he looks like us?
No, but they actually looked alike. Them two.
I think there's that strong jawline.
Yeah, they was quite fun. But a lot of people got a bit mad about that, though.
Why?
I was just probably jealous Somali boys.
Oh,
like, oh my gosh, what's he doing with that girl?
Yeah.
Step up and she might be your girl.
Well, yeah. When are you going to be like A$AP Rocky? Then we'll talk.
I know, exactly.
And finally, probably Fortune.
Oh, same here. I love her.
Yeah.
Like, if I could be her sister, I'd be her sister. Like, I love her.
She's
Absolutely.
hilarious.
She's so
she talks
funny.
the truth. There's no messing around with her.
Yeah,
and she loves K-pop.
And she's so, like, sensible. Like, even though she's sassy, even though, like, she can make you laugh, she never says anything out of line. And I love that about her. Like, not that I don't, like, people can say whatever they want, but, like, it's refreshing to see someone so elegant.
True. Who's in your list?
She stays classy. Well, Fortune was definitely on my list. Love her. Another person, Ilwad Elman Elman. She's a Somali Canadian activist who works at Elman Peace and Human Rights Centre with her mum. I think it was founded by her father who passed away. May Allah grant him Jannah.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, no, she's just so beautiful. Like what she does for Somalia, she really does like represent us so well. She's so elegant, so fashionable, like, and she's gorgeous.
We love a fashionable Somali.
Yeah, she's so fashionable, but like she's just so inspirational. Like she does something that I only wish I could do, and also her voice is too similar to Selena Gomez's voice. It's uncanny.
Well, now you mentioned it, you're right.
Yeah, she really sounds like Selena Gomez. It trips me out whenever she speaks on there.
Start singing for us.
Yeah. I mean, Selena Gomez can't sing, though.
Even better.
She's got...
No, she can't sing, Yaz. Let her go.
She's got a nice voice, and that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
You could probably do that too.
Oh,
No, she does. Sing and talk.
No. Yeah, there's Rhoda. Oh, Rhoda? Maybe she's just called Rhoda. I'm not sure what her name is, to be honest. It's spelled Rawdah. She's on Instagram. You know, I think she does a lot of things with her first cousins, like they go on holiday and whatnot. But she's recently started a YouTube channel, but she does a few Instagram stories as well. She's full of sauce. She's just so saucy, and I love her. Like,
I can't think who you mean. I might have to look at her face to see.
You'll recognize her straight away. Like if I show you, I'll show you afterwards. But yeah, no, she's got a cousin called Ashwaq, and she does a YouTube channel. But Rhoda,
I know Ashwaq. She's the Instagram girl as well.
Yeah.
She's really cool.
Yeah, she is really cool, mashallah, as well. But yeah, Rhoda, like...
It's funny how Somali girls on Instagram, legit, there's such small circles. You just follow someone, and they end up knowing someone that they're following. All right, so we all know each other here.
Yeah. But yeah, no, love Rhoda. Love. I just love how she's just so real, and she's there's no filter. She just says what she wants to say. But moving away from inspirational Somali people, inspirational black people, Rhea Ellen.
Oh yeah, she's hilarious. I need to watch a new video where she's talking about periods. Have you seen it yet?
No. Is it?
So
when
true.
did it come out?
I think just last night. But it came. I think she puts like clips on Twitter, so that's how I know it's out.
Oh, I really need to.
Yeah,
Twitter,
so
I'm missing
it's
out.
so funny. She was talking about how you should not make any decisions like that week just before your periods come in.
I feel like I make all the stupid decisions the week before.
That was
my
me
period.
today.
Oh.
Buying cheesecake, and I thought I'll buy that cake too, and I'll buy one here for Yasmin. Next thing I know, I spent like 10 quid. I'm like, okay.
I was wondering, she's being too nice today, getting me cheesecake.
Yeah, usually I'm like, where's my money, bitch?
Yeah, that's true. But she didn't ask me for no money today. But yeah, no, I make all my stupid decisions the week before. And then, like, the time of the month hits me and I'm like, oh, so that's why I did that. But yeah, Rhea Ellen, love her. She's amazing. Nadira Pierre
You love
from
her.
Instagram, love her. And Simply Amina. She is she recently graduated. She did her PhD. And she's a YouTuber. She's also on Instagram. But she's just she's just so sensible. Like, I love sensible people.
I don't know who she is either.
Maybe because she's too sensible.
Yeah, I feel like
people. You like ratchet people. Not ratchet people.
No, I like wacky. I like people who
like
live a
people
lot.
that are
People
out
who are
there.
fashionable.
Yeah.
People who are out there, that's it.
You like people who are out there. I do like people who are out there too, but then I also feel like I need to watch really like sensible people because I feel like I'll I take inspiration from them.
Yeah, that's what the grapevine's for, you know. That's why I watch them. I'm like, oh, I like this person, they're sensible. I'll follow them. But moving on to our last segment, Yaz. Dilemmas.
She says, sighing. Are you tired, Amina?
I'm tired with all these people having problems.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, let's listen to these.
You forgot.
Problems. I forgot about that part.
They're really short, so we'll get on it because people can't bother to type. So, first one. Hey girls, first episode was hilarious. My dilemma is I have a good friend who we do everything together, but my family hates her and is always talking crap about her. How can I convince my family she's a good friend and to like her? Thanks, XX girl.
I think you just need to... I don't know what you can do. I feel like I said this in the first episode. You can't please everyone, and that includes your family. So,
but why do they hate her? I think you should find out why they hate her.
Yeah, find out why they hate her. I would
bring her around more often. Try and get her to socialise with the family or something. I don't know, to convince them that she's a nice person.
If she is doing something that's really like out there, then try and guide her, pull her to the right path. As cliche as the right path.
Yeah, but she might not be doing something crazy. There's a case when some people just get the wrong impression of people.
Yeah. I feel like as well with mums, they kind of all egg each other on. Like with parents, they all egg each other on, and kind of like if one set of parents has a bad opinion of someone, they all kind of just egg each other on. But really, that person could be nice. Because I feel like me and Amina can relate to this. When we were younger, I was the bad friend, and all the mums thought. I perceive all the mums thought that I was like the bad influence, but I'm literally like the dopiest person.
Yeah, it wasn't Yasmin per se. It was people you were hanging out with.
Yeah. But like, I would never have said like I'm not a ringleader. Like I'm more of
She's 100% a follower.
Yeah, I just go with the flow and I do what everyone else is happy with. So if loads of people thought
that's why we're friends, so I can bully you.
Everyone used to think I used to pull Amina around, but really she's been pulling me around my whole life. But yeah, so
that true, girl. Too true.
But yeah, no, just
hashtag facts.
To be honest, be respectful to your family always, because your family is going to be there for you no matter what. Friends come and go, but at the same time, your family and anyone else in this world, you can't please them. And even if, say, you cut off that one friend for them, there'll be something else that they want you to do and something else. So just, you know what, sit back, relax, and do what your gut says is the right thing.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you know she's a good person, so just be her friend, and that's all you can do.
Exactly.
Moving on. Title is Husband is Tight.
Haven't we heard this one many times?
You thought... Yasmin, get your head out of the trash.
Oh my gosh! You're gross. I wasn't thinking that.
Okay, it says, help. My husband is tight with money.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
She goes, I don't work. He says he doesn't like his woman to work and likes me at home. I felt really protected in the first year, but by second year I had a child. This guy makes me keep receipts and show it what change I've got every day. I'm getting tired of it. How should I get him to open his bank account to me? I'm not a gold digger. I don't want to buy expensive stuff. I just want to live like a normal person and go out with my friends on toddler dates. But he calls that wasting money. What to do?
Get rid. Get rid.
Girl, delete him.
Yes.
Cancelled.
Yes. Cancelled. Delete. Exterminate.
Get a job.
It. Yeah, definitely get a job. But I mean, like, even if you've got a job and even if you have got your own money, why would you want to live with someone like that?
No, I'm saying if she gets a job and she has her own money, he can't police her then.
I know, but...
And then if he then, like...
It's more the fact that knowing that he's a douche like that.
But you know what? I was actually listening to a podcast about domestic violence, and that's one of the first signs, controlling them financially. That's one of the first signs of domestic abuse. So, girl, get out before you get murdered.
Exactly.
Like how you're murdered straight away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's trash. Especially if you've got a child involved, why do you need to be so tight?
I know. Like, I don't get it. Like, why do people get married? Like, if you're married, your whole, like, I would assume that your whole purpose of getting married is to make that person happy, and like both ways. It's a two-way street. But yeah, no, he's not gonna change. And even if you get a job and get your own money, he's still a douche.
Yeah, so he'll just control something else about what time you're gonna get home from work, where you're going, why you're not finishing, why you're wearing that, who you're talking to. It'll just turn into other things.
Yeah.
So I would tell you to get out quick.
Yeah, let him be someone else's problem. Get rid of him. You've only got one kid. You'll be fine.
Yeah. You've got a kid. More reasons to get out. You don't want that kid growing up in that kind of environment.
Definitely.
Okay. Now we sort that one out. Divorce.
Sorry.
One. And then this is the one we got on Instagram. And it said, I'm in love with a girl I've never met, but I got a girlfriend. What to do?
Oh, emotional betrayal.
That's worse. Do you think that's worse? I think that's way worse.
Do you think so? Yeah.
You've literally given someone else all your attention and...
Your heart.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that's too cheesy.
Your heart. Okay, yeah. What was this question again?
He's in love with a girl he's never met, but he's got a girlfriend. What to do?
I would say meet her.
But he's got a girlfriend. I think you should be like, on Catfish.
Don't waste her time. Let her go. Clearly, your heart has strayed. Let her go. Let her find someone else too.
On Catfish, the TV show, there's episodes where they'll have a partner, but then they'll talk to someone online, and they always make them tell the partner that you're gonna go meet this other person. So I think you should tell your girlfriend. Be transparent. That listen, I like you, but I like this other girl. I need to go see her.
I need to go see where this energy takes me.
Yeah, there could be a catfish at the end of the day.
True. Yeah, but then even if they are a catfish, do you expect the girlfriend to sit there and wait for him to find out, oh no, it's not a catfish, it's a real woman, so bye.
Some people on episodes, like, they're like, okay, I'll wait for you.
Forget that.
I think it's because of they signed the contract to the apartment, so they can't get out anyway.
Oh man, that sucks. Could you imagine like making a commitment that large?
Yeah. Oh, and it's like, well, I gotta live with you for like another 6 months, so.
That sucks. So basically, don't rent with anyone because you then can't break up.
True.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I would just say just let the poor girl go. You've already strayed emotionally, so there's no going back from that.
And also, I think I'm gonna play devil's advocate and be like, don't tell her, and go meet her, because sometimes you have this image of a person in your head, and then when you meet them in real life, it's not the same. You have this high expectations.
True, but
overly...
then he should live with that and be single because he deserves it.
Ooh, harsh girl.
That's true though. Why on earth should imagine it's you.
Could never be me, but okay.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Your ego almost.
Listen, I don't hide it. I'm a narcissist. Okay.
Narcissist.
But it was me, and then my guy went and met another girl. Yeah, he's not coming home. The locks will be changed.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's me. Like I said, that's me. The other person might be all right. Oh, you could be like one of those, people that in open relationships, but they're still together, but then date other people.
Yeah.
Do one of those.
Could you do that?
Well, I'm Muslim, so no.
I was just testing. I was just checking.
Yes, halal gang. Okay. But yeah, that's your advice. Do it. Was that not the advice?
That wasn't the advice. The advice was let the current girlfriend go because
that's Yasmin's advice. I said go meet her,
and then go meet your pen pal or whatever you want to call her, and see if you can hit it off. And if she turns out to not be a real person, that's your own fault.
I think you should write back to us, by the way, and let us know.
And then you deserve to be single and have like 50 cats.
Let us know if it was a catfish or not.
Oh yeah, please do. And if you end up getting married, invite us to your wedding.
I reckon I'd be best man. What do you think?
I want to be your best man.
Yasmin, we did this. You can be a regular guest at my wedding, alright? We're not going to go over this. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Follow us on our Instagram page, which is the Yasami Show. At the Yasami Show. I don't even know what Instagram page is yet.
Oh my gosh. It's at the Yasami Show.
And Twitter?
At the Yasami Show.
Also, to the person that messaged me when I asked about the dilemmas about, I showed you, they were like, talk about global warming.
Oh yeah, and dolphins.
Hashtag global warming is real. Recycle. Reduce your energy use. Stop breathing. That will reduce the carbon monoxide. No.
Carbon dioxide. Stop farting.
Carbon dioxide usage, Just stop using water. Just don't live and die, and then that will increase the population. Is that too harsh? I think that's too harsh, but I'm going to keep that in.
Poor dolphins, Amina. My gosh, you're a savage.
So yeah, that's the end of our podcast.
Peace. And as Amina would say, bye.
Bye.
I'd say that was a pretty successful broadcast.